Coming in on the broadcast, amid the India-Canada row, the Hindu group has cited a threat coming in from the Khalistani elements. Hindu groups have written to the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, raising an alarm and urging the Prime Minister to act immediately, saying recognize this threat as a hate crime. Big update coming in amid the escalation of the row between India and Canada. The Hindu groups have written to the Canadian Prime Minister speaking about the threats that they have received. Remember, Khalistani had also given out a threat asking Hindus from Canada to leave, after which a Canadian MP came out to say that there is only a small section of people within Canada that are giving support to the Khalistani movement, not the majority of people who want peace. But this is a big update coming in of a Hindu group that has written to Justin Trudeau, raising an alarm, saying that the crimes against us or even the threat should be recognized as a hate crime. My colleague Shivya is joining us with that update, with the letter that they've written to the Canadian Prime Minister. Yes, Shivya.
Yes, so now they have written to the Prime Minister seeking support and also seeking action in the matter. First of all, let's go through the contents of this tweet, which says, with the support of over 1 million Canadian Hindus, we earnestly beseech Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and NDP leader Jagmeet Singh to recognize Mr. Pannu's threat as a hate crime. We anticipate that Canadian authorities will take decisive action to address this matter. In the letter, they have also said Mr. Pannu had articulately expressed the beliefs held by himself and his Khalistani associates, leaving no room for ambiguity, and they intend to target individuals who do not subscribe to their ideology. So, of course, voices coming in against the K propaganda, which we have time and again seen in Canada, and it is now time for the authorities to, of course, take action.
Okay, all right. Asking authorities to take immediate action. In fact, several Hindu groups have also raised concerns over the fact that the Canadian Prime Minister is seen giving a free run to the Khalistanis and Khalistan supporters, but not recognizing any threat against the Hindu community as a hate crime. In fact, there have been incidents of temples being desecrated when Canada has not taken enough action. So, alarm being raised on the same. Hindu groups have now written to the Canadian Prime Minister regarding the same. It will be interesting to see what the response of the Canadian Prime Minister is going to be, because he also went on to say that we don't want the matter to escalate. So the question still being, if they do not want the matter to escalate, why is action not being taken on the Khalistan supporters? So this is a letter that has been written by the Hindu groups. They've written to the Canadian Prime Minister talking about the threat that they have received. And this comes at a time when questions are being raised on the free run being given to the Khalistan supporters in Canada. In fact, the Canadian Prime Minister has also been questioned about the same during his visit to India for the G20 summit. The Prime Minister had also brought up the issue with the Canadian Prime Minister, and yet there was an escalation from Canada.